we're waiting for our guest artist. She's never been on a live stream before, I don't think. And especially never been on StreamYard, but definitely I think this is her first time being on a panel. And as we're just ironing out some of the glitches. Had a little problem. Oh, somebody's here already. Let's see. Oh, hi, Grayscale Painting. I look forward to hosting you on Monday. Yep, we got an oil painter today. Grayscale Painting, which do you painting? Acrylics, oils, or both? Because I can tell your paintings are one or the other. They're either oils or acrylics. I couldn't tell. Oh, both. Okay. Oh, let me bring up the chat though. Yeah, today we have an oil painter. It won't download Chrome. Oh my God, we're having a glitch with our guest artist. In order to get into StreamYard, she needs to download Chrome. Oh. I gotta work with her and see if she can't get it from the, I'm gonna have to ask her, she can't get it from the App Store. Yeah, we're having a problem with a guest artist, and same for you, Grayscale Painting. You need to download Chrome. StreamYard does not work on Safari. So you need, for Monday ahead of time, download Chrome. And also you have to download StreamYard to get on here. So maybe keep that in mind before you get on here on Monday, because she's having a problem. Oh God. Oh, now she's gonna download Firefox. She's gonna download Firefox so that she can get Chrome. So Grayscale, let me check the chat, because let me see what you're saying. Bringing up the chat, just a minute. Okay, I'm bringing up the chat. Did it this morning. Good. You're all set? Awesome. No problem. Wait, let me see. Then you said, I will stay as long as I can. I have rehearsal in 90 minutes. Oh, awesome. Yes, that's awesome. You can stay as long as you can, because I am trying to get the watch hours, if you've heard about them. Are you trying to get, Grayscale Painting, are you trying to get monetized? And you paint both in acrylic and oil. Oh, what we see is mostly acrylic. Take your time. I have it ready. You do have it ready? So you downloaded, I guess you downloaded StreamYard, and you and in order to download StreamYard, you had to have downloaded Chrome, but you say you're ready. Okay. You're set. Okay. You did it this morning. Awesome. Oh, sweet girl. How you doing? You're traveling a lot, aren't you? Sweet girl, you're traveling a lot. Are you coming from Green Wizards? And sweet girl, you're traveling a lot. Today we have a guest artist, an oil painter. We're just ironing out some glitches for her to get on here. But sweet girl, how you doing? You're traveling a lot. Oh, Sleep Stack Rules, welcome. Green Wizard sent me. Oh, thumbs up to break 100 today. That would be awesome. Yeah, the thumbs up record I have for the my channel has is I don't know, 80. It's like, I think it's 80. Almost to 100. Almost got 100 because 100 is the magic number for YouTube where they promote your video. They promote your video if you have 100 or more likes, 100 or more thumbs up. Oh, that's nice. Green Wizard sent you. So it's like a Green Wizard raid. That's awesome. Oh, good. His grayscale painting is going to be our guest artist on Monday, and his StreamYard is set. That's good. She's good. Oh, Sweet Girl's good. Oh, you've not been traveling lately, but you've just been busy. Okay. She's getting ready to get back out on the road next week. That's good. You get some breaks from it. If you were like on the road, like day after day, week after week, that would be too much. So that's really good that you get some breaks. Awesome for the green. It looks like a little bit of a Green Wizard raid. Old Beer Buzzer, so nice to see you. Yeah, sounds like I'm having fun. Yeah, I'm waiting for my guest artist. She's an oil painter. So she's having a few glitches to iron out to get on here through StreamYard. She didn't know she had to download Chrome, and my fault. I didn't tell her. I overlooked that, but she's working on it right now. Our guest artist is an oil painter, and she will be demonstrating an oil painting today. And her name is and the thing is, she has fewer than 100 subscribers, and her name is Tiffany's Fine Art, and she has fewer than 100 subscribers, and she deserves to have tons more subscribers than that. I'll put it up in the banner later when she gets on. Everyone, good day. You're gonna leave, Old Beer Buzzard. So I'm so glad you are you gonna stay a little bit? Hi, hippie chick. So nice to see you. So nice to see you, hippie chick and Sweet Girl and Old Beer Buzzard, grayscale painting. And yeah, I said Sweet Girl, and the Green Wizard sent you. He's so nice. Okay, Beer Buzzard's gonna be in and out, posting his new series, promoting my friend Gil or Jill, an artist in Gil, an artist in himself. Because that Gill could be Jill. I grew up with a girl named Jillian, and for short we called her Jill, Gill. Her name was spelled Gillian, Jillian, and we called her Jill for short, but it was spelled Gill. So, right, when you just say Gill, that could be male or female. So, that, yeah. Oh, 10 watching. Not bad. Let me check on my guest artist. Oh God, I messed it. Hold on, let's see what she's saying. Oh no. Now my guest artist saying she can't. It's saying now it says it can't establish a connection to StreamYard. Oh. Has any of you ever experienced that? Oh, I wish Bobby was here because he knows a lot about it. Or maybe even Green Wizard. This is the first time that she's ever going to come on a panel on StreamYard, and she downloaded it, and it's saying it can't establish a connection to StreamYard. Oh, I don't know what to say. What can I say? Okay, all I can say is, can you power on and power? Can you power off and power back on your computer? I don't know what confusing. I don't know what problem she's having. Oh yeah, you okay? Can you power off and? Oh, our guest artist is having a problem getting on here. I have to write something to her to try. Who was here? Oh, you did get on. You made it? You got on?
I made it. Can you hear me?
Oh my gosh, she made it. Our guest artist made it. I'm so glad. Tiffany's Fine Art.
Sometimes I can hate Macs and technology.
I know, like just a second ago. So how'd you get through that glitch?
I tried it on my phone and it wasn't working. So then I tried it on my laptop and it wasn't working. So then I just went to my Mac and it finally worked.
On the phone, it wasn't working, and then what?
And then I tried it on my laptop.
And it did work?
And no, that one didn't work either. That one, I installed Firefox on that one, but then it said it couldn't connect to StreamYard. And so I was like, whatever. So I tried something else, and I went to my computer, my Mac, and it already had
your
Chrome.
Desktop? You went to your desktop?
Yeah.
Oh, they do say that for using mobile devices, I never have a problem, but with mobile, I mean, to host this, I have to be on a desktop or laptop, but whenever I get on somebody's panel, I can be mobile, but they do say it's in the experimental stages, so there's going to be glitches like that.
Got it.
So for you, getting on your desktop is what, even your laptop didn't work?
Yeah, for some reason. Well, I didn't have Chrome or Firefox installed in the first place on my laptop. So when I went to install it, for some reason, Chrome wouldn't install. So then I installed Firefox, but then that said that it couldn't connect to StreamYard. So then I said, screw it all. I just used my my big computer and it finally worked. So
and you have a webcam set up?
Yeah, well, I just use the webcam that's built into the computer. So this is like my backup. So the angle might be all off and all that, but it works.
Do you want to fix the angle now, or is there a way to fix
I mean, it's my big computer.
I
So
see.
I can't set up and move it.
And you started the painting already?
This is probably about halfway done. I'll take it and move it closer to you guys.
Yeah.
So this is a sunset, obviously, but I need to fix the bottom right here. This all needs to be darker and lighter, and the colors need to be more accentuated right there. And then I need to do the waves because there's nothing there. That's just plain raw canvas still. So
yeah, I have a question about, so you're putting it inside the shape of California or something?
It's actually, I've been working with this on my desk, just like flat on my desk. But so it would, for you guys, so it would be easier to see. I mounted it to a canvas and stuck it on my easel so I could have it propped up. So you guys,
it's like a certain shaped canvas.
It's a piece of hardboard, and it's just I have it gessoed, so it's the shape of California.
It is the shape of California. Okay, I didn't know if I was just being crazy.
No, it is actually the shape of California. That's it's where I grew up. It's where I'm from. So
okay.
So I miss the ocean. So I decided that this one I wanted to do a very colorful, because my last one was just pretty much all rocks and grass, and it was all browns and greens, and I missed all the color. So I decided to do a very, very colorful scene this time around.
Oh yeah, it is colorful. So, but you don't still live in California, right?
No, not anymore. I live in Arkansas.
Oh, okay.
Big switch.
So, all right. So she's doing. So you said you're painting on hardboard, or did you say cardboard?
Hardboard.
Yeah, like how did you had to have somebody cut that, didn't you? Like masonite?
Yeah,
That's masonite.
Yeah, it's that's it. There's a bunch of different I guess play things that you can paint on. I mean, there's oil painting paper. There's
Right. You can paint on wood. I've done oil and encaustic on wood. Right.
yeah, and so
But
there's
you got that cut. Somebody cut that for you?
yeah. Well, this one I just bought it this way in the shape.
Oh, you bought it that way.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I just I covered the whole thing in gesso so the oils wouldn't seep
Right.
into warp the board or anything. So the gesso kind of just seals it all.
Do you have an Etsy shop?
I do have an Etsy shop, yes.
Oh, okay, that's good to know. Well, if people are interested, yeah, that she does have an Etsy shop, and
It's
um,
I have a lot of things on my website, which is
well,
just
you sell things off your website.
I do sell things off my website as well. I have a shop there that I'm still kind of refining, but I think there's 5 of my paintings on my Etsy shop right now, and then I also do prints of any of my originals that I've done.
Oh, that's good. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So we want to we might be able to see this better once I feature you. Once I get out of the picture, I'll be in the background. You won't even see me at all, and you'll be on the full screen. So and hopefully we're gonna see this better. And you're halfway done this oil painting. She paints in oils, and she's halfway done this painting of California, which is you can see it's shaped in this shape of California. And so okay, so we can talk. Like I'm gonna put you on the big screen, and then we can talk to you maybe while you're painting. Maybe that's gonna be hard. That's hard for a lot of people to get used to.
Yeah. Let's see. There you go. Okay.
And I'm gonna check the chat. Like I'll read the chat to you and stuff.
Okay, perfect.
So she's at the halfway point of this painting. And let me see what's going on in the chat.
Oils highly.
Oh, somebody wants to know about the how do you deal with ventilation with the oil paint?
It's honestly not that bad. The the windows are just I normally have them open. I normally have a fan going in the bathroom that's in here. But for ventilation wise, it's really not that bad with oils. It's worse with acrylics.
Really? No, the solvents are the oil paints aren't bad, it's the solvents.
Yes. Yeah, and I actually so if you get like cadmium or cobalt, those pigments, I try not to get those colors on my hands because those can seep into you. But acrylics have the same colors with the cadmium and the cobalt.
You stay away from the cadmiums and the yellow. I should remember that. I think I had cadmium yellow.
Yeah,
I didn't realize. I forgot. I didn't realize that. I should stay away from the cadmiums. And what else?
There's a couple different ones. Of course, right now all I can think about is the cadmium and the cobalt ones.
And the cobalt. And I love cobalt blue.
Yeah, and I use cobalt blue a lot too. But the only really thing is just don't get on your hands. Obviously, don't eat the paint.
Or you just when I do alcohol ink painting, I always wear my gloves. So I always paint with latex gloves. It doesn't bother me. It bothers some people, but with alcohol inks, I'm always painting with my gloves. But with acrylics and oils, I never painted with gloves. But I probably would start doing that.
Yeah, that's the only really big thing is getting the oils on your hands. But to breathe it in, it's really not that bad. It is the solvent, and all I do is I always wait to open up the solvent till afterwards. I have a whole ton of brushes here. Switch a color. I just grab a new brush, and then at the very end, when I'm finished, is when I take it all in the bathroom, and I have this container with a lid, so the fumes don't always stay open, and I just wash my brushes out really quickly. And then I also have this, it's Master's Touch cleaning brush. which is non-toxic. And so that's what I spend most of my time cleaning out my brushes with. So I spend very, very little time with the toxin as much as I possibly.
So how do you thin your paints, with linseed oil or something?
I have, which this is actually, I sometimes try to stay away from, but I have Liquin Original.
Oh, Liquin. That helps dry things faster, right?
Yeah, this speeds up the drying time. In pretty much 24 hours, my paintings are done with this. But this does smell, and that is the reason why I normally have a fan going or windows
Okay.
just because of when I do use this one. But yeah, it's actually, that's the weirdest thing is, I don't want to say that oils are less toxic than acrylic, but people have that huge misconception that oils are more toxic. But according to the National Cancer Administration, they issued a warning about acrylics in their drying process. They started putting tiny traces of formaldehyde in because it's a plastic. That's what acrylics are.
Yeah.
When acrylics dry, it sets off the fumes of formaldehyde and something else. I can't remember the other thing. But I mean, there's two toxins that when it dries, that goes into the air and you breathe it. So I'm like, there's a give or take.
Okay.
But
you read that recently, like in the past year or so?
Yeah. Yeah. In the past 6 months, actually.
In the past 6 months.
So, but I mean, I've contacted, I like golden acrylics, and I like using Gamblin oils. And I've talked to both of them about safety issues and everything like that. And the Gamblin and the Golden both got back to me and said that they believe that their acrylics and oils are equally safe. That's what the Golden said, because they make what is it called? They make
Golden. I know they make acrylics, but do they also make oils?
Yeah, they make Williamsburg handmade oils. So this is their oil line, and Golden makes the Golden brand of.
Right, I've heard of that. That's a really good brand, the Golden.
Yeah, so they believe that their acrylics and their oils are equally safe. And Gamblin prides themselves on making a product that is super, super safe for.
That's what I used to use, the Gamblin turpentine or something, or paint thinner or whatever they have.
Yeah, Gamblin makes alkyd. They make all these other solvents. They make a solvent-free gel and a medium mix, and so they do extremely well on keeping everything safe as well.
Yeah, I hope that somebody was talking about that, so that's why we addressed that question.
Yeah.
Cardboard. Yeah, go ahead, start painting, and if you missed it, she is painting her the surface she's painting on is shaped wood in the shape of California. And at some point, it'd be nice if you could take show it closer to the camera, like take it off the easel and hold it closer to the camera whenever you can.
Yeah, no problem.
Hi, Kevin Helming. Welcome. Harbinger for souls. Welcome. Oh, Bobby's here. Hi, Bobby.
Hey, Bobby.
Oh, you think he says he thinks you have to have Google Chrome for live stream. That's what you just downloaded, Google Chrome, right?
Well, that's what it wouldn't let me download Google Chrome on my laptop for some reason. but I had already had Google Chrome on my desktop. So that's what I just switched to, and that's what I'm using. That's what actually finally got it to work.
And Hippie Chick says, hi, Tiffany. And people are saying hello. And thanks, Green Wizard, for sending some of people from your stream. I guess your stream had ended. Oh, Ian Jackson's here. Oh, here we go. He's an expert on watercolors, but let's see. He thinks it's mostly a chrome-based setup. Well, he's not talking about oil painting. Yeah, chrome-based setup. Yeah, that's what it is. StreamYard is probably chrome-based. Oh, somebody. Oh, hi, 320 Homestead says that StreamYard doesn't work in phones. I think I've seen people have worked it in phones, but that's what Picker Rick does. I don't know about 320 Homestead. I don't know about that's true or not. Because if you know Picker Rick 1, I'm pretty sure he uses his phone a lot for StreamYard. And I think I said hello to you, Kevin, already. Kathleen Elliott, welcome. Oh, and hi, Green Wizard. Yeah, I think I said hello to you. And thank you for sending people over. Green, have her restart. No, we don't need that now. Okay. I think I'm getting into the part where you were still having problems. Okay.
Yeah, it's never the funnest to watch me paint, but I always work with a little tiny detail at a time, and it's so slow and boring. My husband is always like, "Okay, I'm done. I'm going to the other room."
He's done watching you, you mean?
Yeah.
He likes to watch you for a little bit?
Yeah, just because it's so
Wait,
boring.
do you have to put on tons of layers? Well, they call it glazing or something, right?
Yes. Yeah, this I've actually been working on probably about 2 weeks now. 2, maybe 3 weeks I've been working on this painting.
And you call it glazing? All the layers are glazing?
Yes. Yeah. It goes back and forth. Like the first layer that I put down was an underpainting, and that was just trying to get rid of all the bright white canvas behind it because it's hard to see the values of the colors and get everything right. So the first one is just kind of like a sketch and to lay the base colors down, and then the second time then I go in and I refine it. I started to make this a little bit different. You can see that it looks further in the background. And then I have to let that dry. And then I go in and then I do with a liner brush and I start doing little tiny details in the rocks and defining all the little bushes that is in there. And then the next time I went in and I did these waves with little tiny lines, and these ones are when you start to glaze because you still want to see the color underneath, but you want to change it just a little bit. And then that's kind of what I'm doing. I know it might be a little hard to see, but when the wave gets really thin and kind of goes against the shoreline, you can still see the sand underneath it.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm kind of glazing in this little area right here, and I'm also laying down the shadow of the wave before I let that dry and then go in over top of it with the highlights of the wave. And I have to keep in mind like where the sun is at and where it's shining and where the like brightest parts of the waves are going to be.
And have you painted this subject a lot before? Like the ocean, like ocean on the beach?
I think I've painted the ocean once or twice before.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I know.
It wasn't like a learning curve trying to learn that.
Yes, everything is a learning curve, even now, because I've never done a wave at the top looking down at it. So normally I do like a crest of a wave that's like rolling over
Yeah.
and the sun like shining through the wave. So I mean, everything I do is always difficult, and I'm scared to always like go in and start painting because I'm always afraid that I'm just gonna jack it all up, and there's no
Yeah.
control Z in painting. I can't just go back to where it started.
But with oil paint, you can fix mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, with any painting, acrylic or oils, all I really have to do if I do mess it up is just wait for it to dry, mix the color, and then just redo it again. Unless I've completely messed it up, which I have done on a painting I did recently. I did one for my dad for his birthday. He loves eagles. So I did an eagle flying over clouds, but I never had really good reference photos of clouds below hand and clouds above. So I kind of had to make the clouds that were below kind of out of my head, and I messed it all up. It took me like 4 months to do something that should have only taken a month, and I gessoed over it twice before I finally got the clouds looking the way I wanted them to.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Did you go to school for art, or are you do you consider yourself self-taught?
Um, I'd probably say both.
That's what I say. I mean, I did go to school for art. I mean, I do have the MFA from
Mhm.
Maryland Institute College of Art, and I it's like I feel like you teaching yourself all the time. It's like, yes, I learned some things in school, but that didn't like set me for life. Whatever I learned in school didn't set me for life. I mean, yeah, I learned some things, and then you go on and you still got to keep learning.
Yes. Yeah, I've got a bachelor's. I went into media arts though and animation. So
Wow.
I can do I can do a bunch of computer graphics and all that, but I started oil painting when I was 9. So from
Oh, wow. You had a parent that was an oil painter?
no, the way I got started, my mom was really big into arts and craft fairs. And this one time we went to an art and craft fair, there was, and I'm probably going to date myself if anybody knows who William Alexander is.
I
Um,
do. He came before Bob Ross, right?
he was before Bob Ross. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
Bob
before Bob
Ross.
Ross. I used to watch him.
Yeah, so he was my very first class. Um, and then Bob Ross came around and started doing the TV ones. And I was hooked, and that's all my beginning work was Bob Ross.
Oh, cool.
And then for the longest time, I put down my brushes, and I just, it was just life. I went to college and I moved around and got married, had kids, and then it's been about 6 months that I've picked back up my brushes. Um,
6 months ago?
yeah,
That
it's
you started oil painting again?
so it started oil painting again. Yeah.
You had let like how many years go by?
Um, it was probably about 5 years.
Wow. And
Yeah.
you didn't do any art in 5 years?
I did a little bit of computer graphics and animation stuff, but as far as, painting, I didn't do anything like that. But I told my husband that, I miss it. Painting is who I am. It's a part of me. It's what makes me truly happy. And so we had a guest room in our house, and he tore apart the bed and the dresser, and he threw all my art stuff in here, and he's like, you have your own studio now. So
Oh, that's good.
yeah.
Starting 6 months ago.
Yeah. Well, the studio, he just moved me in here about, I don't know, probably a month ago. I was just painting in our living room, but I hated that because I do have 2 toddlers, and
Wow.
I was like, this is I don't want you anywhere near any of this stuff. So, and that's pretty hard with a mom with 2 little kids that are like, I want to play with mommy, and they can't come anywhere near me when I'm painting. So this little area of mine is pretty nice.
So, hello, Elflord's Journey, and Trav, welcome. Deidre, hello, and let's see, anybody else new? And can you bring the can we see it closer to the camera?
Yes.
I mean, can you stop whenever it's time, whenever you? But it's not attached to that canvas, right? You just have it leaned up against it.
This is, well, for right now, because it would just fall off, I have a little command strip up here that's holding.
It's not meant to be exhibited like that, right?
No, it's not going to. When I'm done, it's just going to be this board. It's just like, if I can pull this up off the canvas. It's just the top attached so it doesn't fall.
Right, everybody. So she's painting on shaped board, shaped wooden board that is shaped in the shape of California, because she was born and raised in California, and she doesn't live there now. And so it's not going to stay on that white canvas. She just has it leaned up against it. So a lot of things about California, like the sunset and the rocks and the ocean, is beautiful. Let's see, what do people say? Lovely painting, Tiffany. Says Elflord's Journey.
Someone painted their mom's bike in oil paints, and it got all over their pants because it never dried. That's
Can
awesome.
you read the chat?
Yeah, I have the chat up on the side.
Okay, you can read the chat.
Yeah, every once in a while. I mean, you could get so caught up in the chat, so I try not to.
I know. I'll be in charge of that. You have to do it. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for showing us up close. So.
No problem. Thank you for all of you saying it's beautiful.
And Ian says he's going to date himself even more. He used to watch Nancy Kaminsky in the 1970s do painting. Oh, I don't know about, maybe she was only Nancy Kaminsky might have only been in the UK, Ian. Because Ian, I don't know that you're older than me. I don't know what our age difference is, but oh, Trav says, wow, amazing work.
Thank you.
Peter says it's beautiful. I like the colors. Oh, I see what you're saying. Please Sacral says, I painted my bike with my mother's oil paint. Oh, goodness.
Yeah. Oh, it's his bike with his mom's oil paints. Yeah.
Oh, somebody says it looks like Big Sur, the Big Sur area.
It is off of Highway 1. It's exactly where it's at.
You're right. It is the Big Sur area. California coast off of Route 1, you said?
Yep, off of Highway 1. It was my favorite drive. I would always start at Monterey, and I'd drive up Highway 1 and drive all along the coast. And actually, that's always the way I went from LA back home.
Oh, so this is part of like what the scenery was from that favorite drive of yours?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I've got millions and millions of reference photos of all along Highway 1. So I decided to paint.
Highway 1 goes all along the coast?
Yeah, it goes from, well, it doesn't go, actually, I don't know how far up it goes. But whenever I would visit Texas or Arizona, I would drive through to Highway 1 in LA, and then I would drive all the way up past Big Sur, past Monterey, and then I would head in there. You can head into like Gilroy to 101, and then up into like the central California, which I probably lost you guys if you've never been to California. But yeah, I used to drive a lot.
Oh, okay, Ian. So that Kaminsky, so-and-so Kaminsky, she was from New York City in the USA. Oh, Ian's going to put a link in. Oh, and I got to, now everybody, listen. Tiffany has fewer than 100 subscribers. My goodness, she deserves a lot more. So, let me put the, let's see, we're going to put the link for her channel in. And then I'm going to pop this banner up. I'm going to pop this banner up, and then we're going to put a link for her channel in. And I know many of you are enjoying her painting, so you really need to join her channel. Here we go. Thank God I found it. Okay, read that banner. That's the name of her channel, but we'll put the link in too. Let's help her get to 100 at least. Put your name in, Tiffany. And oh, can you type your name in? And then they said that I could pop the link in, but about another way too. Can you type your name in, and then that way people can also there'll be two ways for people to be able to subscribe to you.
Yeah, let's see something.
So you just say something like, "Hello, here's my channel."
There you go.
Okay, she just, and I'm about to pop her link in. So there's two different ways to be able to subscribe. Oh, she's almost at 100. She has 87. I think we can get her there today. She's at 87. Let's see if we can get her there today.
I know I lost my first subscriber yesterday, and I was like, oh, what the heck?
Oh my goodness, you better get used to that.
I'm
They go up and down all the time. Are you kidding? And then if they do a purge, you'll lose like 10 or 15 subscribers.
Oh my gosh.
If they do a purge where they say like, oh no, they do a purge where if you have dead subscribers that have not been active with your channel, they're going to get rid of some of them.
What?
They go through and do a purge every now and then, yes. And I've lost, and one time when they did a purge, I lost like 20 subscribers.
What? They shouldn't do that.
Yeah, they do that. They haven't done it recently. But you'll see your numbers go up and down all the time. I mean, normally that's how it is. Everybody's numbers usually go up and down.
I mean, I probably get that. And if you had like 100,000 or maybe even a couple thousand, you know, you may not notice it as much, but I look at my numbers like every single day, and
I know. I look at mine every few days. I document it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and it was just like I woke up the other day and I was like, what the heck? I lost one.
Oh.
Like, I know it's gonna happen, but I was just like, that sucks.
You're lucky it's just one.
That's true, I guess.
All right, I'm about to pop her link in now. I got it.
Did you say someone on here does watercolor?
Oh yeah. Oh, Ian Jackson is expert on watercolor.
I should have, a friend of mine today called me up. She does cakes and like cupcakes and cookies and everything. She has her own business. And she called me up and said one of her clients wants these flowers painted on the fondant for her daughter's first birthday. She didn't want them like painted on edible paper. So she called me up and was all, can you paint them for me? And I was like, okay, sure, you know. And the food coloring that she used was almost identical to what reminded me of watercolor. And I don't really paint in watercolor. And so it was, I have a newfound respect for people that paint in watercolor because that stuff is so runny and I just had no idea how to control it.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. You have to. Yeah. It's a different process.
Yeah. Well, I knew like the base, I knew, at least I think you're supposed to start with the lightest color and work to the darkest color. I think that's how it's supposed to go. But
Yeah, that is.
that's kind of the way I had to tackle the flowers. They turned out pretty good. I was proud of them for never painting on a cake before, but
Oh, so on the cake you had to use some kind of watercolor substance?
yeah, it was it's like food coloring that I had to paint with. And I mean, if you've ever used food coloring anything, it's very, very watery.
Oh, right.
And then she even diluted it down further with water. So I was like, oh my goodness. That was a fun experience.
And it worked. And it worked out.
Yeah,
It
I did
worked out.
practice flowers before I ended up actually painting on the cake. But yeah, it worked. I got it down. The client was happy with them, so I guess that's what really counts.
Oh yeah. It's what they think. Like you could do something, and you're thinking like, I think it looks pretty good, and then the client might say, no, that's not what I thought, and I'm like, I don't do that many commissions. I've turned down. I remember turning down a couple commissions a long time ago. I did somebody when I was in college. When I was studying for like when I was in college studying for the bachelor's degree in art, like somebody wanted me to do colored pencil drawing of them as a on their wedding day, and I'm
Mm,
like, I don't think I could. I said at first I could do it, and then I said, nah, I don't think I can do this. And then since then I haven't had that many commissions, but well, and then I had a commission about 5 years ago. That turned out all right. That turned out fine, and uh, um, there's a certain way to do commissions where you show them ahead of time. Each step of the way, you show them like what your what rough sketches. Then they approve it, they initial it. So
mm.
all different major steps of the way, like and then they got to approve the color palette, and then so that by the time it's done, it's like they can't say, well, that's not what I wanted, like because they approved different steps of the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done just a couple commissions, but they're just so stressful. And
Yeah, that's what I think.
yeah, I love that, that the customer gets something that they're happy with and that's just
Yeah.
for them, because if I couldn't do this and I really wanted my favorite spot in where I grew up, I would want it perfect. But
Oh.
the way things are in someone's head, I mean, even as an artist, it's so hard for us to get down the way it looks in our head. So as a client, they have a certain image in their head, and when they try to explain it to you, we see something different than they do. So we put our own twist on it, and it may not be what they wanted. And it's just so stressful.
Right. I think though, if you break it down into the steps, it makes it less stressful, which I had never thought of that before. But a YouTube artist friend of mine, she actually has a video on it and how to break it down into steps, and that makes sense. I think that would make it less stressful.
Yeah, well, and that's what I did with one of my last ones. It was after I graduated college, so I did a almost painted like picture of what they wanted in Photoshop, and then I sent it to them and was like, "Is this okay?" And so then I just replicated the photo onto the canvas. So, I mean, they got a pretty good idea of what the painting was going to look like, but prior to that, I mean, I don't think when I first started, obviously when I first started painting, internet wasn't around. And it was hard to get other ideas that other artists were doing. I'm so happy how you can like collaborate with other artists now.
Guess what? You need one more for 100.
Are you serious?
Yep. We're gonna flood the chat with emojis in a minute. That's how we celebrate.
That is so awesome.
You're gonna get over 100 today.
You guys are the best ever.
They are. You guys are. You guys are amazing and wonderful. Thank you so much, you guys.
That is really cool.
Let's see. I'm just waiting for somebody. Somebody just cracked out the emoji champagne and balloons. Let me check. Did she get 100? Let's see. Can one of my moderators confirm that? Grayscale painting. Oh, he's already saying congratulations. I suppose so. Let me double check. Yep, you got 101. You're gonna get more than 100 today. Let's chat with emojis, everybody.
I would put a little smiley face on my thumb and do that, but with
that I got pictures of it now. I'm not doing. I only do that when no one sees my face on camera. When it's hands only, and you see what I don't do that, and I don't do that with my. Somebody was saying, I hope I see that dancing thumb today. I'm like, that's cute, but
it is cute.
So far, I haven't done it when I do. When it's not me doing my artwork and stuff. But okay, let me get back to the chat. Let's see. Flood the chat with emojis, everybody. Big congratulations. You guys are so great. Awesome. Thank you for helping her out.
Yes, thank you. You guys are all wonderful.
And it was just a few weeks ago you were at under 50?
Yeah, I think so.
It was just a few weeks ago. I think I saw her when she was at 48 subscribers.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Bobby McNutt, balloons and confetti. Yep, I'm going to balloon, confetti, hearts, thumbs up. I'm flooding the chat right now. And there we go. Michael McReynolds, so nice to see you. Yes, Michael McReynolds, we just got Tiffany here, just hit 100 subscribers. Now she's going to get more than 100 today. She's a very good oil painter. Champagne toast. Sweet girl showing us champagne toast with martini glasses.
Sweet.
And fireworks and shooting stars. Awesome. Okay, awesome. Let's see how much over 100 we can gather. We can get some new people in here. That's, I guess, the only way we're going to do it, if we get some new people coming in here. Thank you, Grayscale Painting. Nice emojis. Oh, Michael McReynolds. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, Michael, I hope you're going to get better soon. Get lots of rest and do what you need to do to get better. I'm glad you joined us today, Michael. That's awesome. And keep flying your drones. I know that makes you happy.
My dad has a little drone he likes to fly.
Really? Does it have a camera on it?
I don't know. I don't think it does. I'm honestly not 100% sure. He's just a little boy with a bunch of boy toys.
Is he retired now or what?
Not yet. He's hoping to be pretty soon. He wants to, him and my mom both want to move this way and be closer to the grandkids.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, you have an invitation here from Ian Jackson, who's the expert watercolorist. He's from the UK, and he's my guest artist almost every Friday. Whenever he can make it, I leave Fridays open for him.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever want to watch him on Fridays 4 p.m. and he just said, because he co-hosts a Facebook art group called the Art Bar. He says, Tiffany, come to the Art Bar later when we are live, and we will get some more art friends for you.
Okay.
Wait a minute. So wait a minute. Today's not Monday. Wait, third. So Ian, you guys, Art Bar is going live tonight, and she's never going to catch that link. So how are we going to do that?
It should be, if I go to your video, it should be in there.
The replay. To the replay, you mean?
Yeah, wouldn't that?
Or you could go in and click this link right now and join the Art Bar, and then it's an Art Bar Facebook art group. It's under Ian Jackson. He has a blue wrench. He's in blue. Ian Jackson. He has the link right now for the Art Bar.
Okay.
You got it?
Subscribed.
She put in okay, Ian. She put in her request to join the group. And then let's see, we are live and we will get, maybe he doesn't mean tonight. Later. Do you mean today later, Ian? Later today, you're going to go live? You guys are going live on Art Bar today, or are you talking about Mondays? I know because Mondays you guys usually do that. Oh, here we have somebody else. Michael just came in here and he wants to subscribe. Okay, I'm here, Michael. Here's the link.
I just read Kevin's post as an art bar, a place where you can drink while painting.
I know. He's just making fun.
That's awesome.
Okay, Michael McReynolds, I'm going to put the link in. Okay, Michael McReynolds, there's the link. Grayscale Painting says, oh, he's going to be my guest artist on Monday. Grayscale Painting says, this is wonderful that everyone helped her out. I have to take my leave. Nice to meet you, Tiffany.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you.
Grayscale Painting. He paint. I think I've only seen him paint landscapes. He can paint landscapes, excellent, awesome landscapes. And I think he says he does mostly. He paints in oils and acrylics, but mostly acrylics.
Yeah, there's a lot of pluses for painting in acrylic. I normally always do my my block in phase or my underpainting in acrylics before
You do?
just because they dry so fast. It's just so nice. If I do it on acrylics first off, then I could just go right in with oils over top of them and just start my painting instead of having to wait a day for my paint to dry before I can start it.
But with the liquid, that's amazing. You could speed up oil painting to even dry in one day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
So what part are you working on the painting? What part of the painting you're working on now?
So I finished, at least I'm pretty sure I finished with all of the shadow part of all of the waves. And then I'm going to go in now with a whiter, with my titanium white, and I'm going to do the crest part of the wave where it's kind of like going over. That's where it's the lightest. So I'm going to do that along this whole side. And then probably have to wait for that to dry before I go in on the top of that and do my brightest brights, and just do like little tiny highlights of everything.
Yeah. And you finished the rocks, is that right?
I'm done with these. I might be done with this one. I'm not sure. My biggest problem is I just keep going in and adding detail, and I love my liner brush so much that I have a tendency to overdo detail. But if I
is it really overdone, or doesn't it just look good with lots of details?
To a point, I can do that with this rock down here because it's closest to the viewer. But if I start adding too much detail into these back here, it's going to bring them forward, and it's going to, because the closer you are to something, the more crisp and detailed it is. The further you are, the more distorted it gets and fuzzy it gets. So my big problem is knowing when to stop. I have to learn to stop painting before I put too much detail into it. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be done with these three. Pretty sure. I'm not sure.
Those, I can't see that good, but you mean those 3 rocks?
Yeah, there's 3 little rocks that protrude off of the inland. And then there's another little rock here, and then there's the bottom rock that takes up the bottom half right here. And this one I have to go in and I have to do a lot more highlights, a lot more shadows, and I have to make the colors brighter down here, because that also shows that it's closer to the viewer. When you add a lot of grays to coloring, that's how you get the distance look. So this rock,
graying down your colors.
yeah, like when you add a lot more grayish to your colors and you tone down the colors so they're not so bright, that's how you push them back in the distance.
Ian Jackson saying that you're doing aerial perspective. It's hard for me to see this, but yeah, I think he's right.
Kind of. Is it still
kind of?
It's kind of like an aerial perspective. These rocks are really tall, and this part that I'm at over here, this is kind of like a lookout point, and so it is above, looking down at it, but it's also looking out at the rest of it. So I'm kind of like even with the horizon line. So it's not exactly like an aerial view pointing down directly, but it's, I don't know, I guess close enough.
We're getting a lot of compliments here. Life with Linda says that love how she did a painting of California, and Harbinger for Souls, that is brilliant work.
Oh, thank you.
And this is your first time ever being, like, is this your first time being on a live stream at all?
Yes.
Listen to that, everybody. It's her first time ever being live, ever.
Yes. Super duper extremely nervous right now, but everybody's got to start somewhere, right?
You don't even act nervous.
I don't? Oh, that's awesome.
No. Believe me, I know some people that are, they get crazy nervous, and you can totally see it.
And I totally think like my voice is shaking, and I'm like,
it doesn't sound like it's shaking.
Yeah, this is, and it's weird too. My whole life, I never showed anyone my paintings because I just didn't know if I was any good at all. So it's only been in the last, 6 months, and I think I started my YouTube channel in July. So that's the first time I actually ever started showing anyone my work, and I'm just, it's really cool when someone says, "Oh, it's really pretty," and because
so you didn't get your bachelor's degree in art?
I got it in media.
Oh, that's right, animation.
Mm-hmm.
Computer art, computer digital art animation.
Yeah. So I did a lot of animation stuff. Like I created characters that could move across the screen, and I learned how to do all that, and that was what I focused on because I really loved the computer aspect of it. And I just kind of, in a sense, gave up on painting until I realized that this is what I truly love to do. So I'm happy that I get to go do it again.
Did you take any classes in
other than when I was 9 till about 15? Every once in a while, my parents would put me in a Michael's class where they would show me Bob Ross. But other than that,
you haven't taken like any college classes or online classes for oil painting?
No, I didn't do any classes like that for online. I did take a painting class in college, but they because of all the harsh chemicals and everything, they won't allow you to open up a solvent, like turpentine or any kind of paint thinner in a
Yeah,
class.
they didn't care. But back when I was in college, there was no rules about that.
Yeah. So the only thing they would allow you to paint with in school was acrylics because you could wash them with water, or
Right.
you could do like airbrush or watercolor or something like that. So I, again, never got to practice with oils, but it did introduce me to oil pastels, which I really love, and I'll do those every once in a while too. And it introduced me to acrylics, which I hated when I first started, but I'm slowly starting to understand them and get a little bit better with them.
Yeah, because oil painting gives you the time for blending. Is that part of why you like it?
Yeah, yeah, the dry time. I hate the fact that back then it would take a week to dry, but now with liquid, I love the fact that it could be dry in 24 hours.
And
Uh,
it gives you,
Go ahead.
but I mean, is it a lot? I mean, it has a lot to do with like the blending or what? Like being able to work with, because you can work with layers in acrylic, so
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can slow down the drying of acrylic, just like you can speed up the drying of
yeah.
oil.
And whenever I work in acrylic, that is what I do. I have a ton of slow drying mediums that I put in all of my acrylics when I work in them. Just because the blending is what I got so used to doing. I could just lay down a bunch of color and then, 20 minutes later, go in and blend them all together. But
Yeah.
with acrylics, it's dried in like 2 seconds. I mean, unless you have an airbrush and you slowly mist it, you can keep acrylics wet for as long as you want, but it's just a lot harder to keep them that way than it is with oils.
And Life with Linda says, I lived in California for many years, and she misses it.
Yeah, there are parts that I miss. I'm not sure if I'll ever move back there because it is just insanely pricey.
Oh,
It's just crazy pricey. But there are certain views and the weather. You can't beat the weather. That's the one thing.
well, all of California doesn't have great weather. Is I heard San Diego like has the best weather.
Yeah, San Diego is pretty much summertime, beautiful,
Like
24/7.
every day.
Yeah, it's LA is a little bit like that as well. Then you get up to about the middle part of California, and you can get a lot more rain. Everything's pretty dry. The further
Yeah.
north you go, the more rain you get. And then you could go up towards Sacramento and up in the mountains up there, and it becomes, I mean, they can get snow. That's the one thing I did really like about California is almost any time of the year you could go to the desert, the beach, the mountains and snow, or you can go to a really populated city. And it's from where I lived, all of that was between 30 to 60 minutes to get to. So
Wow. But
that
then there's lots of mudslides and forest fires
yes,
in
yes.
parts of California. The
There
uncontrollable fires.
There are a lot of forest fires in there. It's just because California is so dry. And
They don't consider it desert. No,
no,
it's
not
not
all.
desert. No, I guess it's not desert. No.
We do have, I mean, there is a lot of different deserts in California. There's like Death Valley
No,
is,
Death Valley. That was the first time I ever visited California. Was Death Valley.
yeah, yeah. My mom, when I was young, my parents thought it'd be fun to go vacation there to see what Death Valley was like. And I was like, this sucks. I'm
I
like,
was not impressed.
I don't want to go to a desert to, I mean, I can appreciate a desert, but I'm like, I don't want to do that on my vacation as a little kid who wants to go swimming and do everything fun, and you're like, yeah, but
right.
in the desert. I'm like, that doesn't sound fun as a 13-year-old kid.
Right. Oh, and Ian Jackson says there's no art bar Facebook group today, but maybe tomorrow. So hopefully they're going to accept your request to join quickly, and then you'll be updated on what their activities are.
Okay.
Because he's inviting you. He says if you join one of their, especially if you join one of their live streams, I guess he's going to promote you a little bit.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
Oh, and then Elf Lord's Journey says, glad she came out of the closet.
Well, thank you.
Because you really didn't start showing your artwork till like, I mean, what, in the past 6 months?
About 6 months ago is when I first started posting it on, I have a Facebook page.
Yeah.
That's when, and it was mostly friends and family, but even a lot of my family never really saw what I used to do. So that was pretty cool. And then in July is when I started my YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
So, and that's
July. Well, let's talk about like 1.5, 2 months ago.
yeah. So that's when I guess the world could have access to looking at it, which seems very scary.
Hmm. Oh, boy. Oh, let's see. I wonder who's still here. We have 9 people watching. We had a bunch more. Like, people can't stay. People usually can only drop by. You know, you can't expect people to watch like a 2-hour live stream. It's too much for people. So what happens is people come in waves. Like the first wave comes in and leaves, and then now I'm waiting for like the second or third wave to come in. Pretty much, I guess the third wave to come in right now. It drops, and I mean that's how it works because most people can't watch a whole live stream for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So let's see. I have the third wave second or third wave comes in. Now you're working on the water now. Is that what you said?
Yeah, glazing in where the crest of the water is crashing up against the sand. So I'm glazing
You have to look at reference photos.
Normally I have reference photos. I did when I first started this. I took about 5 or 6 different photos that I really liked, and I kind of just mushed them all together because I knew what I wanted it to kind of look like, but I couldn't get everything in just one reference photo. So I took the sun and all the colors from one reference photo that I had, and then a couple different rocks that I liked, and I kind of just moved them and put them together and kind of just threw it all together.
Wow. Yeah, that's a good way of working.
Yeah. So I mean, I really like working off of my own reference photos, so I don't have to worry about any like copyright issues or anything like that. But I also don't like just copying my reference photos. I like adding little things here and there to kind of change them up to I don't know, kind of make them my own, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I have a really good website there's a really good website that I really love using a lot, pixabay.com, where it's most all the photos are copyright free, and most of them are all of them are no attribution required and most all of them can be used for commercial use, but and just a few of them are editorial use only. You have to just check, but most of them are for commercial use. No copyright free and no attribution required. And I just use for things that I know that I'm never going to be able to take a picture of.
Yeah.
I'm never going to take. They're just so it it's so helpful to me. I use that site like so much. I've used that site so much. Then
Yeah.
there's unsplash.com. Then there's other people that love unsplash.com. That's another one, but I really like pixabay.com. Oh, let's see. Ian says, oh, he says he's good. Pecan Baby just came in. She's from Ireland. And how are you doing, Pecan Baby? They're 5 hours ahead of us. Most of the day. Oh yeah, Ian Jackson. The other one is Paint My Photo, but you have to give attribution to the to the photographer and whatever. So I just find it easier to use pixabay.com.
Yeah,
Have you ever heard of Paint My Photo?
I haven't.
Where people like they post, it's the website. It's a website where individual people like post their photographs, and they allow, and it's especially there to allow artists to use and paint their photo. Use their photos for painting or reference, the reference point, or paint it like totally like it is, or just for reference. But you do have to give them credit. So there might be some other rules involved too.
Yeah.
Pecan Baby, she's in shock. She spent a fortune today, not expected. And she's doing great. Thanks. Okay. Like 10:30 where you are. Yeah, Pecan Baby, since you just came in, she Tiffany is an oil painter, and you can see the banner. We got her over 100 today. She was under 100. We got her over 100 today. Subscribers. Everybody was really great, and she's working on a painting of. That is actually cut out wood in the shape of California, because she was. You were born there.
Yeah.
She was born and raised there, and so it's wood cut that's shaped like the California, and she's painting she's an oil painter. She's painting oils. Did nobody commissioned you to do that, right?
No, this is all just me.
You'll post that on your website and maybe in your Etsy shop or something?
Yeah, it's gonna be definitely on my website and my Etsy.
Pecan Baby says this is a stunning painting. Definitely the lady has talent.
Oh, thank you.
How long have you had your Etsy shop?
I think I've only had my Etsy shop for about a month.
Oh, wow, just a month. I've had mine for a little over a year. And I followed two different Etsy experts, mainly one Etsy expert, but what she does, which the things that she says to do, I tried doing, and oh, that's your phone?
Yeah, sorry, that was loud.
Anyway, so she's helped out a little bit. I followed mainly one Etsy expert and a little bit of another, and they've helped out a little bit, but I'm going to give it another shot with a new collection that I'm actually stocking my store with right now. I'm taking everything out that was in there before, putting all new stuff in. My Etsy shop is going to reopen on Friday, September 27th. And so I'm letting everybody, mainly, there's where can you advertise to, like, because it never works to advertise on Facebook. They don't like your links. They don't like, links have to be in the comments. So mainly you can only advertise to your email list, and I did manage to grow my email list to 500 people, so I can market to them, and then I also, people in my YouTube community might be interested also, and Ian wants to know, California is the Golden State, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's what they call it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Ian. He says the Golden Coast. No, yeah, California is the Golden State. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they call it. I should know that.
Right, because Florida is the Sunshine State.
Sunshine. Yeah.
New Jersey is the Garden State. Pennsylvania is the Keystone State, and I don't know anything. I don't know any other ones. We have some people, they're not now, see, the chat's become less active, but we still have people watching. So a lot of times people are listening and they're doing other things. They can't chat. They can't be active in the chat. So let's, what does it say? That's what you just wrote?
Are you talking to me?
I just got a message from you.
Yes.
Okay. I think Tiffany has to go soon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Stack Rule says he's listening. So, and oh, here comes the people. Florida is the hurricane state. Oh yeah, I know, but not really. And oh, Dear Buzzard, hello. What a fun what? Segment, Diana. And Tiffany, take a bow. Old Beer Buzzard says. He's a poet. Don't be fooled by his name. He's actually a poet.
Oh,
But yeah,
good.
okay. So I think that Tiffany has to go soon.
Yeah, my husband had to run out, and the kids are knocking at the door now.
Oh, they're knocking at the door. You hear that? You have toddlers?
Yeah.
She has toddlers. She has to go. So we thank you everybody for thank you so much everybody for helping Tiffany out. We got her over 100.
Yeah, thank you all.
Tiffany, thank you so much. Thank you so much for everybody loved. I think everybody loved watching you paint and learning more about you. And people are gonna subscribe to your channel. Okay. Oh, I'm about to. I can't. I shouldn't stop my stream. We're just saying bye to you. Okay.
You're fine.
I'm about to turn off. I'm like, because I try to go till 6 if I can.
Yeah.
Okay. You see, her husband just left. You hear that knocking? Her kids are knocking at the door. Whenever you have to leave, go ahead, Tiffany. Thank you so much, Tiffany.
All right. Thank you all so
Do you know
much.
how to leave? Do you know how to leave? Oh, I don't want to pop myself out. No.
Oh, yeah. Leave
I
student.
can get you. Do you want me to pop you out, or can you know how to do it?
it says
hit
leave.
the red button. You hit the red button for exit. Thank you so much.
Everyone.
Oh, hi everybody. Yes, so Tiffany had to leave because her husband he had to leave, and he had to step out, and let's see. I might be ending this stream soon. We'll see. Oh, I try to I like my stream to go till like at least 6 o'clock, but we understand, kids. Thank you. I will have to go look and see this. Sorry, I missed it. Yeah, oh, Beer Buzzard. Here's her channel. Beer Buzzard. Here's Tiffany's channel. Please help me. I'm gonna write it in. Please help Tiffany get over 100. We got her to 100 today. Now we just want to get her. We want to get her over 100 for a cushion. Please help Tiffany get over. We got her to 100. We just want to get her over. So now we're over. And then here's her link, Beer Buzzer. Right there. Right there. Check out her channel. Upward Journey. I have chores to do. Bye. Okay, bye, Upward Journey. Thanks for coming by. Oh, thanks, PK, baby. When I saw you on panel, that was so nice to see you on panel the other day for the first time ever. You're so pretty. PK, baby. You're so pretty. Thanks, your brother. Yeah. I'll pop on a bit. People say goodbye, Tiffany. Illinois is to get me out of your state. Please, Dad, please get me out of your state. Right. Florida is hurting. Oh, yeah, I read that. Oh, man. I like to try to get till 6 o'clock, but how many people got in here? 8? And this is not my art making day. My art making day, this is my day for trying to get guest artists on. I got a guest artist for tomorrow, Ian Jackson, expert watercolorist. He's coming on tomorrow. Then Saturday, usually I try to do Saturday and Sunday as my art making days. But I'm getting ready to get into an art show. I'm trying to do a 30-inch round painting with alcohol inks. I've never worked that big with alcohol inks. And I'd like to try to do this painting. And I might need time, so I might not be able to live stream Saturday and Sunday. It might be one of the other days. And then I take the painting to the art gallery on Tuesday. On Monday, with a guest artist, grayscale painting. He paints in oils and acrylics, but mainly he paints in acrylics. He does wonderful landscapes. He'll be my guest artist on Monday. And my guest artist tomorrow is Ian Jackson, expert watercolorist. And then today we have Tiffany's Fine Art. It's Gracie painting. She did already. Isn't that cool? She painted. Check the replay if you want. On Tuesday, please stay cool. On Tuesday, she painted. Gracie was on here on Tuesday live, painting with watercolor. She painted Big Rig Stone Elvis in watercolor on this past Tuesday. She wants to come on next Thursday to depict him again, but this time not with watercolor. She wants to use colored pencils. Draw a portrait of Elvis the dog again, colored pencils next Thursday. My guest artist next Thursday, Gracie Jack. My sound is not good. Oh, that'll somebody please come Really? I don't know how to refresh it. Oh, this. I don't know if this is going to knock. Okay, I'm back. I refreshed it. Besides that siren that just went by, how is the audio now? I can't hear what you're saying. Pink Floyd, C-Stack rules. Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay now? You are good. Better. Sound is back again. Okay. Oh, man. I guess I'm going to sign off because I like my guest artists to stay longer if they can, but she couldn't. She has toddlers. And unless somebody wants to come up here on panel, I can send you the link. I don't put the link in chat anymore. I don't put the link in chat anymore. Ian probably doesn't want to come up. He's coming. He's going to be here tomorrow. Pecan Baby, do you want? Oh, no. I can't send you a link. Can come on and chat about. Okay. I'm going to send it to you, Ian. I don't put the link. A lot of us don't put the link anymore publicly. I'll be sending it to you. I'll be sending it to you. Keep an eye out. I'm going to send it to you. All right. Ian says oops, let me take this banner off. Ian says he can join us. What happened? Okay, Ian, I sent you the link. Is everybody still there? I wonder what happened when I minimized myself. I'm still here. I came back. Oh, bye, Pecan Baby. Okay, love you too. Oh, there he is. Hi, Ian.
Hello.
Thanks for coming on.
Hi.
I was just trying to stay on till 6 o'clock.
Right.
But you're gonna talk. You can talk about tomorrow.
Well, we can talk generally about things, but I mean, tomorrow, obviously, I'm going to be on panel with you, so we'll talk a bit more about that in depth tomorrow. I'm basically going to be doing a watercolor painting, and it's one that Chrissy Canvas Artist chose me
That's
for.
what I was wondering about. Yeah, I thought she sent. I thought she Okay.
So I've adapted it slightly to add a bit of human element to it, but apart from that, it's mainly a photograph that I assume Chrissy's taken. So
is it a flowers?
no, it's a boat.
Ah.
It's a kind of boat that's were used many years ago, centuries ago, to ferry materials up and down a canal.
Oh.
Called a narrow boat.
Have you ever seen a boat like that before?
I used to live next to the canal, so they used to be
Oh,
going
you
up and
did?
down all the time. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
I don't know whether they ever had narrow boats in America.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to see the boat. I don't know if we have boats like that because we're not as old as UK.
I say some of those canals, probably as old as the USA is.
Oh yeah, that's right. But still, we're not as old as the UK and Europe.
No, oh well, I mean Europe's got thousands of years of culture and history behind it, hasn't it? So yeah. So my strategy is I'm going to be. I don't know whether to film this one as well. So I might.
Oh, you're gonna try to film it
Well,
and live
I had to
stream
do last time. It was quite difficult getting both of them. Working with both. So in saying that, I have got a video going up later on this evening. So that's my week's videoing done, and I'm going to be doing some. I went yesterday. I went to a place called Whitby, which is the seaside, and I took photos while I were on a ride on a steam train.
Wow.
So I've got that to edit and put up. So I've got plenty.
Oh, you're gonna put up a video about that your trip?
It's just photos of the day set to some music.
Yeah.
It's not a video as such. It's more like a photo montage. So
I'm trying to. Oh yeah, go ahead. I'm trying to read somebody's comment. They're trying to comment something about what you were talking about. Oh, can you see the chat?
I probably can, yeah.
Old Beer Buzzard. He's a poet. He actually is a poet, and he has had some of his books published, and he says, I love visual arts. Nature provides some of the best. Trees, clouds, fires, and such are my series right now. What is that?
Oh, somebody just dropped.
Wow, I don't know. I gotta check that. I have no idea. Fun for all when we can dream. Be blessed. The taste of time. What?
Good, Tiffany. I think when I came on and had a look at Tiffany's page, she were on 84, and she's
no,
got
I know. What's she at now? 100 or something?
104.
104. Excellent.
Bobby's calculation. I don't know whether that's still the same, but
104. We gotta give her some cushion.
So we'll give her an extra 20, haven't we?
Well, you in the art bar, hopefully, maybe you can make that happen.
Oh yeah, I mean, if she can get along to it, one at art bars, and we'll welcome her in, and people are always going to subscribe to one another, and that it's a fairly friendly group. So yeah.
Thanks, Beer Buzzard, for your kind words. And
So
thanks, Bobby, for dropping Tiffany's link again.
mhm.
Let's give her some more cushion over 100. We got her to 100 today, from 84 to 100. Oh, hi, one people mine, Alicia.
I had a brief look at her work on a YouTube. I haven't seen any of her other work, still wise, but I had a look at her YouTube, and she's a fairly decent artist. So why not give her a bit of help and support?
Yeah, she's a decent artist.
I was just saying, short to it being the Golden Coast, or whatever they call it, or the Golden County,
Golden State.
State. She ought to put gold leaf or gold round the edges of
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, might offset it nice. That.
Oh yeah, you're right. I love using gold in my work, so.
It's been a while. Well, it's an hit and miss affair with me with gold leaf. I'll think I'll put it on, and it doesn't always go on very well.
Oh, gold leaf is different. That's so hard. That's really hard to work with. I mean, that's tricky to work with, but
It can be, yeah.
But I'm talking about. I have some really good alcohol. I mean, I have acrylic gold paint, which I really like, and Sargent's gold paint, metallic gold paint is really good, and then the alcohol ink that's really best for gold is Pinata gold ink, and it's excellent.
Right.
For the alcohol inks. So.
I'm just trying to think on. Wait me a second. I'll show you gold I like using.
Hi, Rosanna. Alicia, welcome. You missed our guest artist, but I'm glad you're still here. We had our guest artist painting a painting, doing oil painting, but she stayed on for about an hour, but she had to leave, and we got her. She had 84 subscribers, but she only joined YouTube in July. She says she only had 84 subscribers, and we got her over 100 today. So we all celebrated. We got her. Let me drop her link. You can check out her channel. She's an excellent oil painter. I think she does a lot of landscapes. And oh no, I can't put that in. Scroll up. Scroll up. Does it have it? I'd have to go get it again. Yes, Ian.
So this is what I use for gold.
Is that acrylic?
No, what it is, it's a powder, right? And if you want to make it acrylic, obviously you just put some acrylic medium in it. But it's for use with watercolor.
Oh, it's for use for watercolor, yeah.
So all you do is you put a little bit of gum arabic in it, and it makes a really lovely gold.
Right.
You know how sometimes powders and micas look a little.
I got them. Yeah, I got some mica powders. They're called magicals. I love them.
It's like a mica, but it doesn't have that false shimmer. It's speckliness. This when it's mixed up properly, it looks like liquid gold.
That's what I'm really happy with the gold paints that I have. I think they're really. But you said that's just used for watercolors, right?
This one's specifically made for watercolors, but they're making that's
what's the brand name? I can't read that. What's the brand name?
It's called Schminke Bronzing.
Oh, Schminke. They make watercolors.
They do. They make all sorts of chemical. They make paints for oils, acrylics. they've got a very good line in gouache paints.
They got gouache too.
Yeah, so that they do the full range of paints. I'm just trying to hold off from purchasing a block of watercolor paper that I've not used before. I've got to be careful. No.
Are you afraid that it might be paper that you don't like?
Well, it might be. It's always a risk when you buy it. It's cotton paper, but it's made by Royal Talon, which are a company that have got a very good reputation with watercolor paints. But it don't necessarily translate over that just because they're good with the paints that they're going to make a brilliant paper. Manufacturing of paper.
And is there any way you could go to the art, like if you're going to go to get it from an art store, they could give you a little sample?
Well, that's what I might do, but the place where I'd have to travel quite a distance to get it. So I might just take a plunge and get it, because I'll use it up whatever. It's just that when you're going for cotton-based paper, it's not cheap, and you've got to make your decisions right.
So what makes you want to try a different paper?
I'm just curious to see whether it's any good or not.
What did you get recommendations on it?
I've not. It must be new because I've not seen any. It's on.
Oh, it must be new.
So I just want to be ahead of the curve for if I want to do like a review of it.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Who makes the paper?
It's made by Royal Talon, who make Rembrandt's watercolor paints.
Oh, if it's new, that would be great to do a review of it.
Yeah, I've not seen any. I've not seen it on the internet reviewed anywhere. So
and it's really expensive.
It's not cheap. Like any high quality cotton paper, it's not cheap. So, but that's wait. I'll probably love it, but I were going to purchase myself some of the stuff that I do like, which is Milford paper, which is nice. But I can't have both at the moment. I've got to restrain myself from purchasing all this equipment.
Yeah, I know.
Budgets are budgets. And here Chrissy is. Speak over the devil.
Hi, Chrissy. Yeah, you missed it. We had an oil painter here. She has small toddlers and could only stay for like an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Let me see what dropped over here.
She'll have to go back and watch it at some point.
Oh, Chrissy, please check out the link. She just joined. She's an excellent oil painter. She was showing us her she was doing an oil painting demonstration for us, and she stayed for an hour and 15 minutes, and but she started off with 84 subscribers today. We got her over 100. If you could go up and scroll up the link, check out her channel, see if you like it, and we got her over 100, but we're just trying to give her a cushion of a little bit more over 100.
I'll try and keep my budget on fish and chips as far as low down as I possibly can, Chrissy. That's why I had the spam.
Bye, Rosanna. Thanks for stopping by.
So anyway, that's my plan for tomorrow.
Wait, what is the picture on?
It's what they call a narrow boat. I believe
yeah, some kind of old canal boat. An old canal boat.
Yeah, canal boat. Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know whether there's a difference between a narrow boat and a canal boat. I don't know. I think a canal boat's one that's converted. I don't know. Not sure. Chrissy would know more about it. She's from the area where they used to use all them
Right,
kind of.
Chrissy, tomorrow, Ian at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is going to be painting the photo. It's going to be painting. I mean, based on the photo that you gave him of the canal boat.
Yeah, that's the plan.
He'll be painting
slightly modified.
tomorrow here on my channel.
We're slightly modified, but we don't want to be exactly copying the reference image. So you do make slight adjustments in your painting from the reference. It should only be a reference, really. The photograph.
She says they live in them. They live in those boats.
Which one? The narrow boat?
Yes, the narrow boat is where's the ones they live in.
Yeah. All right. So the other ones were what they worked in. Then.
Oh.
Right.
And you're painting the narrow boat tomorrow?
What it were is they used to ferry heavy stuff from docks and things like that to where they used to manufacture all sorts of things. It was the motorway of Britain, basically, and they had these boats.
Oh, it was like the motorway of Britain, you said?
Yeah, they used to take all sorts of goods from one part of Britain to another part.
What? Oh, but that was not before trains. Like it was probably around the same time as trains.
No, I think it would before trains.
Before trains?
Because before they had trains, before these narrowboats had motors in them or steam engines or whatever, they used to get horses to pull them. Am I right, Chrissy, in that?
Oh, they probably had horses to pull them. Hello, Lisa. Yeah, lovely Lisa, warrior queen.
Chrissy used to have some of the types of horses that used to pull those narrow boats.
Right, Lisa. Oh, you missed that we had an oil painter on here. We had started at 4 o'clock today, and we had an oil painter on. She had to leave after an hour and 15 minutes. She showed us a demonstration. We're talking about right now, tomorrow, our guest artist tomorrow is right here, Ian Jackson. He's expert watercolorist. He'll be doing watercolor painting tomorrow. If you want to join us, it starts at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He's going to be doing watercolor painting live.
Tiffany's there with us now. Tiffany.
I see that. Tiffany is with us. She can join us in chat.
So, Tiffany was the individual who's just been doing the painting with us.
Right.
For those of you who weren't here earlier.
Right.
So if you want to click on and have a look at Tiffany's art. She's there.
We just got her over 100 today. Scroll up and I can drop the link again. Check out her channel. We just got her over 100 today. And here's her channel. Here's her channel again. Please help Tiffany build over 100.
I believe she's over 100 now.
I know, but we want some more cushion.
Oh yeah, because like we were saying earlier,
yeah,
you can go up.
You need a cushion.
You can go up and then YouTube can like take you away. I've been floating between a certain amount for a couple of months now. I've been going up every now and again, and then YouTube's knocked me back down, and then I've had to rebuild it all back up again, and it takes ages. If I'd have kept all those that have gone or have been took away, I'd have been almost double the amount of people.
I know. She was so upset. She hasn't been on YouTube hardly long at all. She was so upset she lost 1 subscriber today. I said, "Oh my gosh, you gotta get used to that." You get it and you go up and down, up and down, up and down, and then if they do a purge, you could lose. I lost 20 at one time when they did a purge.
Okay. But then again, I suppose they have to look at dead, ones that are no longer real or are not valid sites anymore and get rid of them, because there's only a limit to how much memory they've got on their system. It's like defragging your system.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see. Well, that makes sense if it has to do with like the memory on their system.
Yeah, it's just about keeping the system efficient, isn't it?
It could be. That would make more sense if that was the reason why.
If it got clogged up with loads of like dead channels that don't actually really exist anymore, then it'd ground to an halt very quickly.
And then Chrissy says they take the spammers off of you too.
Yeah, they do. They do check for people who are just spamming, aren't they? Seems to have been a common theme today, spam. That's I was on Chrissy's earlier and we were talking about spam. Do you know what spam is over there?
I know what spam meat is. There's two definitions. There's two definitions for spam. Yeah, we got spam meat here.
Spam meat. Yeah. Well, we're talking about spam meat. Because
I just recently learned that spam meat comes in all different flavors, like tons of different flavors.
Yeah, they've added all sorts of different. I mean, there's traditional, normal spam. I said, do you know, I'm sounding more and more every day like the spam representative or something.
You like spam?
I don't mind it. It's all right. I like to chop it up and put it up in various little other bits of things.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I like to have it in what do they call it? In amongst spaghetti.
Oh, okay.
So
don't you eat a lot of Filipino food because your wife is Filipino?
Well, that ironically enough, that's what she reaches out for straight away. Some spam. Yeah, chops it up into little bits and then.
Yeah, but she must make some Filipino dishes, right?
Yeah, but she adds that in amongst the Filipino.
Oh, okay, I see.
It's a bit like it's a bit like a stir fry kind of thing. It's nice, whatever. Believe me. I mean, she doesn't always.
I haven't eaten spam so long. I'm not going to eat spam.
No. I mean, sometimes if we've got sausage available, we'll have sausage.
Yeah, I'd rather eat that.
I mean, I'm quite partial to tomato sausage.
I even eat sardines, which not many women do. Whoa. I eat sardines out of a can with salsa and hot peppers on them. What's wrong with you?
Oh, sardines. Oh, sardines. The fishy.
Oh my God! I might be eating them tonight for dinner.
Honestly, I can't.
I put salsa on them and so a medium hot peppers.
Honestly, I can't even open it in a set. It's like.
Chrissy loves sardines! Yay! Another woman that loves sardines. I know Bobby. Bobby loves sardines, and he couldn't believe that I like sardines. Another woman that likes sardines. Yay! Chrissy.
It's like my kryptonite, that really. I can't even open a tin without it making me feel sick.
I know, I get what you mean.
It's a bit too fishy for me and oily and fishy.
Oh no, I get water packed.
Oh no, ours come in these tins.
Yes, ours come in the tins too. You have the choice of the oil packed or the water packed.
Oh, I don't know about that. Sounds too.
Yeah. So even if they are packed in oil, I still like them. It doesn't matter if they're packed in water or oil. I still like them.
Do we get them like that, Chrissy? I don't know. I won't know. All I've ever seen is the tinned ones.
All right, I gotta go.
All right.
Thank you, everybody. Love and hugs, everybody. And tomorrow, my guest artist is Ian, right here. Ian Jackson, expert watercolorist.
Well, I'm not an expert, but
yes, you are. I didn't call you. Now, what was the other thing I used to call you? I used to call you something else, and you said no. And so now I switched it to expert watercolors because I used to call you. I don't know what it was. Maybe
I'll take it as renowned artist.
You want me to say renowned? Renowned watercolorist.
No,
Renowned.
I'm not an expert by any means.
You would rather say renowned? That's even higher than being an expert.
No, I'm probably not thinking of that word. I'm getting a bit dyslexic in my old age.
Just say excellent watercolorist.
No, I know a better word. Prolific artist. Prolific artist.
You want me to say prolific watercolorist?
That means I do a lot of it. It don't mean to say I do it well.
Yeah, okay. Excellent and prolific.
No.
I'll add the word excellent.
That sounds like you've been watching too much Wayne's World. Not Wayne's World.
I never watched that.
What? Not Wayne's World. What they call it? Bill and Ted. Excellent.
Oh, I didn't watch that. No, I didn't get that from there. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Ian.
Bye. 9 o'clock UK time.
And 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Ian Jackson, guest artist. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much in the chat. Bye, everybody. Thank you, my wonderful moderators and everybody else. Thank you so much.